You have the floor.
President, the discussion that we've heard in the last few hours on terrorism and its victims stands in very sharp contrast to the discussion we heard in this very chamber yesterday on what was called a commission inquiry on the Gaza conflict, but which almost entirely ignored the terrorism that was waged, the terrorist war that was waged by Hamas and its allies just a year ago. The failure to address the real terrorism is a real problem for this important organization. To address the substance, we don't have a commission of inquiry on this kind of terrorism, and I think we need to have one. We often hear terms like the right of resistance as a justification for terrorism. It's very important for the members of this body to make it clear there is no right of resistance, there is no right of terrorism against innocent people. There is no right to send 4,563 rockets against Israeli cities or to destroy civilian targets, civilian objects, cities, killing people in Europe, the United States, and any place else. The genocidal language that we often hear of wiping a country off the map is something that is intolerable and cannot be reconciled with the values of human rights that this body is supposed to represent. I remind you that Professor Irwin Cotler, who was the Attorney General of Canada, the Minister of Justice, talked about the crime of the incitement for genocide, which needs to be addressed and addressed consistently. Both those state sponsors of genocidal language and the individuals and organizations that contribute to that. Another very important area that is not addressed sufficiently is the anti-Semitism that is a focus of terrorism. The people who were killed in the Hypercacher in Paris, the Jews, were not simply random people caught in the wrong place at the wrong time, as the President of the United States has said. So there's a lot more work to be done in this Council, not only by the governments that are represented, but also by the NGOs that have spoken before.
Thank you very much. Time is up. Appreciate it. Colleagues, this was the last speaker we could accommodate this afternoon.